So, Chelsea.
Hi.
Now that I got all that out of the system,
Hi.
we can talk to Chelsea. Now, first of all, I mentioned briefly earlier, you're a Philly girl.
I'm actually a New Yorker.
You're a New Yorker?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, someone told me you were from Philly.
I live in Philly.
You live in Philly now.
Live in Philly.
So you're from New York, but you went to Philly.
Yes.
So a lot of times it's like the reverse. People are from elsewhere.
Well, a lot of people ask me when I say I'm in Philly, well, what are you doing there?
Right.
Well, so I signed my contract there. My base is there. Everything musically is there for me. But music goes all over the world, so it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
I've got a team there. So
okay. Now, how did that process work? You're from New York. Where are you from in New York originally?
I'm originally from upstate New York. I know. How y'all doing?
Finally got somebody on the side over here.
I know. Yeah, right out in East Bumble. Like where there wasn't much about horses and Pizza Hut is the hot spot on Friday night. We going to get some stuffed crust.
All right, there you go.
But I came from upstate New York, and I actually went to school for vocal musical theater and technology in Pennsylvania. So that's
how the Philly thing.
Yeah, that's what got me there. And while being there and getting a degree, that's when Foreground came into the picture,
Okay.
So.
And Foreground is?
That's my label.
There you go.
Yeah,
Got to make sure to say that.
Oh, most definitely. Foreground Entertainment, blood, sweat, and tears into that place,
Okay.
We're a family, so it's an amazing place. The moment that I met them, the moment I walked through the doors, I was like, this is where my dreams are gonna happen,
Right.
And I feel like that's a weird feeling because when I've worked in a lot of different places with a lot of different people, and you felt like you were kind of like an outsider, you know what I mean? Like, or it was nice to be there, but you ready to go at the end of the day, and I feel like when I first walked through the doors, I was trying to figure out, even when they really didn't know that they wanted me there, or like, because it wasn't like open arms, it's like, we got other vocal artists, I was like, I'm gonna beat them all out the picture, like, that's all right, I got longevity, like I'll be here until you guys give me the attention that I need. But even when I walked through the door before they knew that I was going to carry, be a part of carrying us to a hopefully worldwide household name, I knew. And I was like, whatever it is I got to, do, I'm going to be there and I'm going to make it happen. And, a few years down the road, here we are, and things are beautiful, and we're going on an international level, so.
She's in control.
There you go.
The single.
There you go.
I know, right? That's right. Plug that.
Right.
Definitely in control. Definitely.
Now, you mentioned you went to school for, say it again, for
vocal musical theater and technology. Basically meaning I learned how to do everything in front of and behind the stage.
Nice.
I am definitely a forefront, look at me, attention person, but, I think that it was something that it really was a requirement, and it was a long degree, and I honestly can tell you that if you're not dedicated to your craft, you would fall out of it, because, there are a lot of things that came along with it that I love, from makeup to costume design, the girly stuff, and I was like, I want to get into fashion and all that, but I also, had to stand God knows how many feet over the stage on those little wire nettings doing lighting.
Right.
I'm extremely afraid of heights, so I was not really happy about that class, which went on first semester, or shop class where you had to do stagecraft and build scenery, and I'm like, I don't even work with knives in the kitchen, let alone y'all have me turning on electric, saws and whatnot.
Right.
So there were a lot of things that I struggled through, and you even have to go back into the history of vocals and just some, it was a lot. But I think that it helps me because even when it comes to my production and even working with my production team, I understand the literary terms. And I understand, you can talk to me in a way where it's not namings. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I understand what it is you're saying, and we can vibe on a different level. So it does definitely help me.
Right. And again, that probably also gave you a leg up when you're in that competition mode, as you were saying.
No, you know what? Honestly, I'm going to tell you, like, there are a lot of gifted people out there. There are a lot of talented people. There are a lot of pretty people. It just is really, like, just your personality. I honestly believe if you're a dominant person, I'm an alpha person, so I really feel as though what I want I'm one-track minded. You know what I mean? And I'm a little obsessive compulsive. So when I want something, I'm gonna go after it. It really didn't. I don't even feel like I had a lot. You know, I definitely have things on my back from school that gift me and helped me go in and really look as though I knew what I was doing, because I do. But I had to. It was all about the hustle. It was all about trying to figure out how to get in there and do what I had to do, like. Bring, 2 o'clock in the morning, you need somebody to get vocals somewhere by 8 a.m. and no one else will get up, I'll be there, you know what I mean? Spend the night in the studio and push them little metal chairs together and cuddle up and be freezing and be like, oh, I want to go home. But for the cause, this is like, it'll get you where you want to be.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely. It's Rhythm and Soul Radio. We're talking with Chelsea Lynn right here on WHCR 90.3 FM New York, the voice of Harlem and beyond. You also can catch us on WHCR.org and rhythmandsoulradio.com. Super DJ King James, yours truly, Marko Nobles. We're talking with Chelsea Lynn. Her single is entitled Control.
Yes.
Talk about the single and this whole process, because it's the prelude to the album that you are working on.
It is. Well, yeah, basically the album is just about done. This single basically is just about relationships in general, and I think like where this came to me, I was sitting in the studio with my producer, shout out to LA Dub, who couldn't be here. But we really vibe really well, and I really wanted to do something to talk about when we all have these standards of which, in relationships we just won't do this and we won't accept that, and we sell ourselves short because someone amazing could be standing in front of us, but we've got so many don'ts that we won't even see it. You know what I mean? So I feel as though that song Control to me is about letting down those guards and being able to, open up and allow yourself to actually lose control. So the single is really about a loss of control. It's not about being in control. It's about going above and beyond where you ever really probably thought that you would go, because you've found that special person. So whatever it is that, you put in your own way from finding true happiness and love, when you find that right person, you open up and you lose control, and that's where that comes from.
Excellent.
Are we speaking from experience?
We are. Most definitely. I write all my own material. Some of it is real hard. It's therapeutic to me. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely talk to the notebook and the pen. So, and it keeps me sane as much as I can possibly say I am, So, I mean, I feel as though, control is something that, even when you listen to my whole album, I think that what people will really just hopefully enjoy is it's my life, and it's the journey and the travel that I've gone through in order to get to where I am now. And I've had my heart broken, and I've had family issues, and I've been broke, and I've been sad and depressed and wanting to give up at times. You know what I mean?
All of us.
Exactly. And I'm not any different than anybody else. I'm just trying to make a dream come true. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is just a part of that. This is a part of that. And when you get to hear other material, you know what I mean? You'll definitely see that I've lived.
All right.
I've lived. I may not be that old, but I've definitely got some years of experience.
All right.
That's what it is.
We're going to take a quick listen, or not a quick listen, a full listen to the single Control. Chelsea Lynn.
Right?
Oskino, yeah.
Oskino.
Shout out to Oskino basketball. It's, I hope you're not, if you are listening, shout out to O, We'll just call him O. Oskino, state property. Definitely. He was the bomb. He came in, we talked it out, we went through what it was I was looking for. That's why it meshes so well, because he took the time to talk with me, like, what is this about, I explained it to him.
He didn't just come in and kind of like do what he thought he wanted to do because he's a, name rap or whatever.
He's definitely somebody, he's gifted,
That's what makes the track, when, you can collaborate together,
Yeah, definitely. Beautiful. I hope everyone enjoys it.
Right.
Let's go. This
is Control, Chelsea Lynn. It's Rhythm and Soul Radio, WHCR 90.3 FM on the internet, WHCR.org and rhythmandsoulradio.com.